back to Dirty Garage Mods. I'm Daniel, and this is the how-to edition. Today what we are going to be doing is changing the radiator in a Pontiac G6. I'll take you through each step the best I can and show you how I'm going to do it. So hang tight and I will be right back in a few minutes. Okay, so here we are. Just want to let y'all know that in this car here, the bolts that hold the headlight housings down, they are 7mm, and then this plastic piece here, cover, it's 10mm, and I also took the breather tube off, so you can use a screwdriver or you can use a socket head type style screwdriver and nut driver. That's what it's called. Yeah. But anyhow, that removes them, and I'm getting ready to pop them off. And then I'm going to move on to the next part. It's going to be removing the bumper cover itself, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so here's what I've done next. I took the hood release off, 10mm bolts, 3 of them on there, and I can actually see the radiator now. There's the air conditioner condenser, and then there's the radiator in there, which I don't think you guys can see right now, but I'll show you here soon. I gotta take a couple mounts off that hold the radiator in place, and I gotta get my line tool out and disconnect the transmission coolant lines, and I also gotta drain the radiator. So hang tight and I'll be right back. I'm gonna tell you guys something real fast here. I have watched videos on how to change this radiator, and people make it sound easy. It's not. There's a lot of bolts you got to take out. 7mm, 10mm bolts. So keep that in mind if you're going to be doing this on your own. It is not an easy task. I'm still working on getting the bumper cover off. I thought I could cheat it a while ago and not do that, but unfortunately there are 2 bolts in the front of the radiator that you can't get to because of this plastic. So keep that in mind when you are doing this job. You might find it a shorter way, easier way to do it, but as of right now, I'm having to take the whole cover off. So, yeah. So I will show you guys my progress here in just a little bit. Alright, so there we are. Bumper cover's off. I watched in other videos where these guys talked about taking this bumper off. All you have to do is take off 1 bolt here, 1 over there, a few across the top, and presto bango, it comes right off. That's not true. It's got multiple 7mm bolts all the way across the bottom here that holds this shroud on, and it's attached further back under the engine. So keep that in mind if you're doing this job. It's not easy. It's not easy by no means. I would recommend a shop if you have the means to do it. Let them handle it. Make it a lot easier on you. But since I don't have a shop to go to, this is what I'm doing. So anyways, hang tight and I'll cut back in here in just a few minutes and show you more. Okay, just to catch you up here, the pitcock that you use to open the radiator up to drain it properly is jammed up on mine. You may have that problem with yours. Very hard to get to, but it won't turn. So with that said, I've had to do everything the hard way. Pull the hoses and just let it flow. So if you run into this problem, be expecting to have a big mess of antifreeze everywhere. So with that said, I'll show you guys the next part here in just a little bit. I'm hoping to be pulling the radiator out soon. Here we are at the last few stages of it. I got the fan loose. I need to get it out of the way. I still got to undo 1 other transmission line, which is very difficult to get to, and I got to undo the 2 bolts in the front holding the air conditioner condenser on. So yeah, I'll show you guys that here in just a few. So I had to learn this the hard way. This is the line that screws into the transmission, or into the radiator for the transmission coolant line. There's this little hook right here, The little metal clip. You undo that, and then the line slides right out. No special tool needed other than some type of hook. So keep in mind that's like the old school window crank thing, you know. Same type of system. So anyways, yeah, figure I'll show you guys that real quick. Okay, so got the radiator out finally. What you see here is this is where it got crushed in at. That's where my leak was coming from. This is a result of hitting two massive raccoons that actually survived the hit. So this is what happens. And believe it or not, there's a cross member under there that's not even damaged, but the radiator is. Go figure. So anyway, so yeah, there we are. Got the radiator out, and I'm getting ready to start installing the new one. So this is a good thing this one came out anyhow. It had a sealant problem. It has somebody put sealant in the radiator. So anyways, yeah, so there's that part right there, and I will cut back in here in just a few minutes. Alright, so here we are back again. I put the radiator in. I had some company here, so I couldn't video. I put the radiator back in, but the problem is that this rubber bushing here goes down underneath the radiator. I didn't realize that. And I got one side in, but this side here is getting to be a pain in the butt. So I'm going to have to do some finagling to get this to work. So anyways, yeah, figured I'd catch you guys up. Also, the two bolts that go in the front of the radiator, let me see if I can move this back just a little bit. There's a bolt goes over here and a bolt goes over here. This side over on driver's side, turn it around here. The driver's side I can get in with no problem, but the passenger side I can't get to go in, so it's going to stay out. It just holds the condenser in place. It's actually quite firm where it's sitting right now, so that should be alright. Other than that, radiator isn't too bad putting in. Getting it out, however, is a different story. But I will catch you guys back up here in just a few minutes. Alright, right here is the hood prop I put, or not the hood prop, the hood latch. Make sure that you get this when you're putting it back together. Make sure you get it back where it was at from factory, because otherwise your hood will not shut right. So I want to point that out real quick. Also, if you have electrical that's going to your hood latch, which most cars do these days for the alarm, make sure you hook that back up. And let's see, I'll just show you over here. I zip tied, and I zip tied over here on the other side as well. I did that just kind of help hold all this still, make it a little bit firmer. So make sure you do all that, and then you can start reversing everything you did. And that's what I've been doing so far, is putting everything back together. So yeah, I will show you when it's all done here, and hopefully it gets done before it gets dark. So here we are, we're back. I got the bumper cover back on, kind of half-assed. The one thing I gotta say, GM, what the hell were you thinking when you guys decided that all these Pontiac G6s had to have the radiator underneath the bumper cover? That's just stupid. It's a stupid design. Anyways, but there it is. It's going back together. I gotta put the breather back on, the headlights. I gotta put a bunch of 7mm bolts back in that holds the wheel wells in, and other than that, it'll be done. If you're doing this project, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you're doing this project, keep in mind that you got a bunch of little bolts you're gonna have to take out. 7mm socket, 10mm socket is what you're gonna have to have for it, and that's pretty much it. There is no other. I haven't used a socket on anything else. I've used a 1/2-inch wrench, but it's on something I added afterwards. So other than that, not too big of a deal. But anyways, if you like what you see here, and you have any questions, hit the comment section down below. Subscribe and smash that thumbs up. That really helps get my videos out there more. I do mainly lawnmower videos and stuff like that, but I've been doing these how-to videos. Something I wanted to add, after you get your radiator back in and all that, and you get everything together, and you're filling up the antifreeze, make sure that you check and let the air pockets bubble out of the system before you really start adding a lot of antifreeze. I made a mistake and put 2 gallons of antifreeze in it, lost about 1 gallon on the ground because I forgot about the air bubbles. So anyways, with that said, thanks for watching.